At Dublin Chevy Nissan, we're getting the St. Patty's Party started early. When you come to Dublin for our St. Patrick's Day Festival, make sure and visit Dublin Chevy Nissan. With shipments of new GMs and Nissans coming daily and a wide selection of pre-owned vehicles, don't miss the party of the year at Dublin Chevy Nissan. At Dublin Chevy Nissan, we take pride in turning our inventory. So if you see it online or on the lot, act quickly. And remember, Don sells trucks well at Dublin Chevy Nissan.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future. That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
Welcome to Chamber Talk. We have a great show today. I want to welcome my good friend Jordan Crabb to the show. Jordan, you are with Downtown Dublin now and have been for some time, but in a little bit different role now and more of a leadership role there.
Yes. Yeah.
But for the folks who are watching today that may not be as familiar with you or don't get to see you on a regular basis, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised here in Dublin. I went to East Lawrence, graduated in 2017, and I'm married. Found the love of my life in our home church when I was a kid, so that's super special for us to still be in Dublin and have that history. But I started downtown 2016, I believe, in the concession stand, and I just found a passion for downtown and everything. At the time, Tara Bradshaw was the executive director, and everything that she was doing was so awesome to me. So I knew that is the path that I wanted to take for my career, and I've been here ever since.
Jordan, so being from East Lawrence,
yes,
and being in this community all of your life, what do you see as some of the biggest accomplishments in our downtown area?
It's going to be just the entirety of downtown. I remember as a kid, we'd come through downtown, and that was not the place to stop. We only had scoops. At the time, we would come, we would get ice cream, and then we would just leave. We wouldn't hang out, but now that is the place to be, and it's super special for me because I got to see that. I got front row seats to see what that transition looked like, and now I get to be a part of it.
And what made you decide that this was the career that you wanted to have?
Tara Bradshaw, I was at a training, and she stood up and talked about how she was not from here, how she was from Cordele, but then she met Matthew and they moved to Dublin, and how she fell in love with the place. And I thought, you know what, if a girl from another small town can love this place, then surely I should be proud of it too. So seeing her get up and talk about it and seeing how passionate she was about it really sparked that fire for me.
So tell me a little bit about before you became the lead person with our downtown, your supporting role. What were some of the things that you did in your other roles?
I started, like I said, in concession stand, and then Sam Wells, she took another job, so I moved up into the farmer's market, did that for a little bit, and now Marina Crabtree is now our market manager, so she'll be taking over that this year. And then after Liz left, I moved up into her position. I was able to do all of the downtown events, First Friday, Pig in the Park, things like that. And now since Tracy's gone, it's been a change of moving up. Yeah. So it's been I've got to see everything, and I think that's what's super sweet about it, is that I know every detail from popping popcorn to signing checks to making all the magic happen.
And I think that's really important, especially when you have folks, and I like to say that you're working for,
exactly,
to understand what they're doing and how they're doing. And if you've been in that role, you know those challenges that come with that day to day. And I think it helps to be a leader. It helps a lot more if you've been in that role.
It does, it does. And especially when we're bringing in new staff for the concession stand, I always like to tell them on their first day, if you love this, if you see a passion for this, one day you could be where I'm at. So, it's something to be for me that I'm excited about, to see those students grow and see where their careers are going to lead them. Majority of them are planning to stay in Dublin too. So
Absolutely. Well, that's good news.
That's awesome.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So with that, I know you guys have a great program coming up in just a few weeks, and I want to talk about that. We're going to take a really, really quick commercial break. I hope you'll come back with us. I've got Jordan Crabb with me with Downtown Dublin. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Gay. I'm a local orthopedic surgeon with Houston Clinic Orthopedics, and we'd really like to invite everybody to come out to our new office facility to take a look at it. It's a larger space with physical therapy, and we're just excited to have it, and we'd love for people to come out and visit us.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin. Dr. Avery and Dr. Chuckapella are glad to announce the opening of Central Georgia Primary Care right next to Paul's Tire at 230 Industrial Boulevard. At Central Georgia Primary Care, we offer highly skilled physicians with compassionate, personalized care focused on each individual patient as our top priority every single day. Our physicians have devoted a lifetime of excellence in healthcare. It's Central Georgia Primary Care, bringing state-of-the-art healthcare right here at home. Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales will put you in the driver's seat today. Come see our great selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Our sales professionals are ready and waiting. Come see TJ, Trey, Alec, and Britt at Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales, where good deals and good people meet. Visit us at 606 East Jackson Street in Dublin. Call us at 275-2010 or log on to DublinAutoSalesGA.com. Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales. We'll put you in the driver's seat today.
Welcome back to the show, and Jordan, thank you again for coming in and sitting with us a little bit today. So before we went to the break, we were just about to get into talking about students and students staying here.
Yes.
You guys do so many things in downtown, and let me say congratulations. You, Tracy, Tara, all of the team there, and Joshua Kite and the board. Our downtown is really, really something to be proud of here, and there's a lot of activity and growth going on. And when people do ride through and see new restaurants and retail stores and plazas and things, that's great and wonderful. But you guys do other things and participate in the community in other ways as well, and youth is actually one of the things that you guys get involved with. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Right, so our big thing, we want to have a downtown that everybody can be proud of. And for the adults, 21 and up, we have the bar scene, we have shopping, we have all the things, but we have to make sure that we are able to capture that teenage crowd. And so the best thing that we've been working on here recently is to up our entertainment. So that's through First Fridays, that's through providing some bands on the street corners, so that if you're coming downtown or if you're riding through downtown, you can roll your window down, listen to the music. We also have movies at Martin Movie House. We try to keep it, classic, but also bring in some new stuff to bring in that younger audience. So our big thing is just keeping downtown busy, because we know teenagers stay busy. They want to have something to do. They want to have something to be proud of, and to have a routine to go out and enjoy these free events. So that's our main goal, is to make sure that there's plenty of things for that age group to do. And I know the Red Dot Axe Throwing just opened up, and they have had a huge success with that crowd, the teenage crowd. So we're hoping to see even more of businesses like that open up that bring in that age group, and then we're going to do everything that we can to program events to keep them in our downtown as well.
Something else you guys do, Jordan, that I'm really looking forward to, you guys partner with the folks, I think, over at Morris Bank with their leadership group.
We do, yeah.
And you actually tour them downtown and around the city of Dublin, and then they share feedback as to the pros and cons, I guess.
Right.
So talk to me a little bit about that program and that partnership and how that works.
So we have a great partnership with Morris Bank and also with Lawrence Youth Leadership. They'll come in and we'll give them an overall tour of downtown, how we started. We talk about some major success stories like the Exchange, Dino's, the skyscraper building. And then they're given the opportunity to come in and tell us what exactly they would like to see downtown. You know, what are the pros of Dublin? What are the cons of Dublin? What events that they would like to see? What businesses that they want? And they always say they want a game room. So fingers crossed we can work on a game room. But no, it's awesome to see that generation at that age to get excited and to share things like, you know, we want to see these roads fixed. We want to see EBT acceptable at more places. You know, it's just a very good conversation for what's going to be the future of Lawrence County.
Awesome. So, Jordan, talk to me a little bit about, and maybe this is public-private partnerships. Maybe it's a little bit of city government or county government. One of the questions I've been asked, actually, even at the Chamber of Commerce before, you know, they'll call the chamber and say, why don't you guys bring in more of this type of business or this type of business downtown?
Right.
Who determines and how is that factored? What business comes to downtown, what business doesn't come, or how are those businesses even sought after?
Really, the big thing is we'll take, you know, the recommendations from our youth, we'll take recommendations from our community, and, you know, if there's not a business that we're seeing that wants to come downtown, or maybe they just don't think that they have the opportunity to come downtown, we've provided this really incredible packet to show them, yes, you can come. This is what we can offer you from a downtown, from the DDA standpoint, but also this is the target audience you're going to reach every single week. So really the big thing is we just work really hard to make sure that, you know, if someone is interested, that we provide all of the resources. So it's not really a go out and try to recruit situation. Now, if there is just one business that everybody's like, you know, please get X, Y, and Z downtown, let's see this downtown, you know, we're going to do everything that we can to reach out to them. But for the most part, what we're seeing is that everybody loves the movement downtown. They see the attraction and they want to be where the action's at. So right now we're actually excited to have 4 new businesses coming within the next couple of months.
Is that anything we can talk about
Not
today,
yet.
or we need to wait just a minute?
Not yet.
Well, and so along those lines, this is something else I want to make sure we share with our viewers and you, just like myself. You don't wake up in the morning and say, you know what, downtown Dublin needs this, so I'm going to go make this happen or this happen or this happen. You actually report to a board of directors.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about your board of directors and the makeup of that board of directors.
Yeah, so our chairman is Rob Miller. He's with Duncan Tire. We just were able to add Lucas Cowart to our board as well. He's with Moore Spank. So the big thing is, you know, my job is to oversee the day-to-day, to give them the statistics, to know who's coming downtown, why they're coming downtown, giving all of that information to my board so that if they say, you know, we would like to see a different event, we would like to see a different business, then I have the grounds to go and do the possible recruitment, or to do the outreach programs, which is something we're interested in doing, to do the outreach programs within our schools based on those statistics. So the big thing is, you know, I'm going to handle all the things day to day, make sure our venues are rented out, make sure they're clean, make sure we're programming like we need to, and then report to them so that we can make sure that we're on the right track in terms of the economic development side.
So if someone has ideas, hopefully, even if someone would like to come and sing praises, or maybe offer, let's say, constructive criticism or something, how would they do that? Do they request an opportunity to come to a board meeting or to be on the agenda, or can the public come to a board meeting?
Public is welcome to come to our board meetings. It's the last Friday of each month at 8:30 in the Skyscraper. So anyone is welcome. If you would like to be on the agenda, perfect, we would love to have you. But if not, if you just kind of want to show up and see what everything's about, we're going to give you the opportunity to speak and let us know, you know, what's on your mind and how we can assist you and make sure that your experience in downtown Dublin is everything and more.
Okay, something else we want to talk about. You guys have some great things coming up, and I know with St. Patrick's right around the corner, that's going to be a great time for downtown and events and businesses. And you're also starting back, I believe, your monthly breakfast meetings or coffee
Yeah, we're starting that
downtown. So
coffee
talk to me
break.
about some of the upcoming events, I guess.
Big
in
thing,
downtown.
big thing is Pig in the Park. So that's that first weekend in March. March 4th, we'll kick off with that at 7:30. We'll have Elizabeth Coleman. She was with us in downtown Dublin for a good little bit, and she is an incredible singer, absolutely incredible. So she'll open that up for us, and then we'll have Raisin Helton. They're from Wrightsville. They've been to Company Supply a good bit, but just as incredible. They bring great energy, and that's just going to be an evening for downtown and businesses to let their hair down a little bit, enjoy the music, and enjoy the barbecue and some other stuff. So, you know, it's just going to be a true comeback event since we've not been able to have it since 2020. So that's something we're very much looking forward to. So that evening, we'll start off at 7:30, have music, kids events. The rides will be there as well. Some of our sponsors will be giving away food. We'll have food vendors. If you don't want barbecue, we'll have other options as well. And then it'll carry through Saturday. So
A little more serious cooking
little
on
more
Saturday.
serious. Yep, our teams take it very seriously. But that's the fun part about it, is getting to get up and see those guys wake up all hours of the night to make sure that everything is just perfect for that first judging call at 10.
Right. And I think important too to kind of reiterate, Friday night is family
Yes.
friendly. There are bands, and yes, some folks have alcohol,
Right.
and that is an option, but lots of kids running around, and just what a great community event. And I think even so many folks outside of the community have come to enjoy this event as well.
Yeah,
So,
we'll see people from all over the state come. You know, St. Patrick's is so huge for us in Dublin, and we're seeing that it's just as special to people, you know, within the state and surrounding states. You know, they want to go out of their way to come and celebrate with us, so that's super special, especially with us
Absolutely.
kicking off that weekend.
And Jordan, what else? You guys have your coffee meetings coming up. You've got St. Patrick's.
Yeah.
Anything going on at the theater? Or
So we've got James Gregory just finished up this past weekend, and that was the fullest we've seen our theater
Awesome.
since COVID. So we are super excited to have Gene Watson coming on March 12th. Those tickets are available on our website. It's just theaterdublinga.com. And we also have some other smaller events coming through, some community events coming through. We're going to do some more movie programming that we'll announce later. And we will have Doug Stone and Andy Griggs with us in May. Those tickets just went on sale. That's an acoustic evening, but you know, it's country music. You're going to enjoy it. So I always recommend that you go like our Facebook, go subscribe to our Instagram, and just keep an eye open on our website, because we're constantly adding new shows to the theater. So we're super excited about that. We're super excited to see it back open and packed out. And we even had Sidewalk Prophets with us Sunday. Jen Schaefer with Worship and Wisdom did that, and it was incredible. The atmosphere in that building is nothing like I've seen in a very long time. So we're excited to see that coming back, and to see that people are ready to come back.
I think that's the biggest
Yeah.
thing for all of us, and the excitement with St. Patrick's here
Right.
in Dublin. But yeah, to see, and even I think even during COVID, you know, downtown still held its own pretty well, and,
Yeah.
and had good crowds. I know the restaurants. You know, what I really enjoy, especially from a Chamber of Commerce perspective, is to ride through and see the different license plates for the different counties.
Exactly.
And they're all over the place.
Yeah,
So
they really are.
That's
They really
encouraging.
are. And what was great about COVID, Tracy Morgan was our executive director at the time, and she was a powerhouse during that time. We offer a facade grant to help with new businesses coming in, and she was able to transition that to a back to business grant that allowed our downtown businesses to do everything that they could to keep their staff safe and their customers safe. So we were able to give them some funds to provide for hand sanitizer and to-go bags and all the things that were so essential to keep those businesses up and running. And I think that with that grant and everything that Tracy did to keep that momentum going is what made downtown even more special during that time.
I think, and we didn't mention probably or talk about enough, you know, the leadership again prior with Tara and with Tracy.
Yeah.
Both of those ladies have done a great job there, and I know Tracy is actually still serves on our chamber board.
Yeah.
And was always an advocate to say, let's press on, let's move ahead, of course, in a safe manner.
Right.
But yeah, we've got to do business.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
our businesses, they need to be open. You know, it was a struggle for a lot of folks there, and we just can't shut everything down and stop. We've got to press on.
Right.
Understanding at the same time we've got to be safe.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. And, you know, so for our restaurants, they were able to transition to the takeout options.
Right.
But also that back to business grant allowed our retail to transition to online platform, and that helped significantly. People were more excited about shopping online with our downtown businesses than Amazon. So, you know,
absolutely.
that's a win for us,
That's
even
right.
during a pandemic.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Jordan, tell me real quick before we go to our last commercial break, because I think another thing people get a little bit confused about sometime is if I want to open a business downtown, or even if I have a business in downtown, but I need help with funding. So does the downtown development just give me money? Do I apply for a grant, or do you guys actually help the business apply for the grant? I know you have some different types of funding that is available. Where does that come from?
We, as the DDA, we have that facade grant. It's up to $5,000 to help with their storefront, to get it back to its original structure, to keep it cohesive with the downtown look. But we are also huge advocates for all of our new businesses and current businesses. So if they're needing some additional funding, or if they're wanting to expand their business, we will do everything that we can to partner with our downtown banks and to make that a reality for them. So our big job is just to be their yes man and make sure that we're doing everything in our power to provide those fundings, even if it's not directly from us.
Right, and I'm glad, and I appreciate we didn't mention when we started, but you are also a chamber ambassador.
Yeah.
And we're thrilled to have you participate on that team, because that helps you and I be able to communicate. And there are so many resources, the SBA, the SBDC, different folks that we communicate with on a regular basis, that if you're having someone that's struggling with business or looking for funding or a business plan or anything else, we can partner together.
We have all the
to
answers.
do that. So thank you guys, and again, going all the way back to Tara, and that's just since I've been here. I don't know who may have been there before, but we've always been able to enjoy a really, really good working relationship with our downtown.
And
so that's important.
I don't think that very many people realize just how lucky we are for Dublin to have that. There's so many communities that I'll go and visit that just do not have that strong connection, whether it's with chamber or county or city, but we are all just so tight-knit and we're on the same page. We have the same goals, and it's very special.
I think it goes back to what you mentioned, and it's not even just growing up here. When you come here as an outsider, you sense the pride in the community and saying, hey, we're going to stick together. We fight and battle sometimes.
Of course,
But at the end of the day, if it's for the betterment of this community, more times than not, we're going to get together and get it done. So again, Jordan, thank you. We're going to take one last commercial break, and we'll be right back.
The City of Dublin Natural Gas provides the most cost-efficient source of energy available today. So for your home, choose the most natural resource. Safe, clean, efficient. All new subdivisions around the Dublin area have natural gas available. Start reducing your energy bills today with Dublin City Natural Gas Department. Natural gas, the smart choice. Call 277-5048 today and let us help you start saving today. From humble beginnings with a desire to serve the Dudley community, Bank of Dudley has grown to 5 locations, serving Lawrence, Twiggs, and surrounding counties. Serving our community since 1905, the Bank of Dudley is looking forward to its 2nd century of community banking. Drop in today to any of our 5 locations. Jeffersonville, Dudley, East Dublin, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Bank of Dudley, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Home is where the heart is, and Century 21 Durden Cornegay wants to match your heart's desire with the perfect home. Let our realtors at Century 21 help you find a new home. Realtors Brian Howell, Charlene Lamp, Adam White, David Deeves, Jennifer Brantley, Jay Brantley, Jim Jarrett, Ruth Watson, Charlene Brantley, Raina Dubberly, Yvonne Robertson, and broker George Durden will go to work to fill your heart's desire in a new home. So call Century 21 Durden Cornegay and let's make your dreams reality. Log on to c21dublin.com for more information.
Welcome back to the show, and Jordan, thank you so much again for being here today. All right, so this is something I've kind of just been wanting to do, and I would like to do with a big group of people. But I have you here with me today, so I'm going to ask you. When we were kids, and I'm sure you did too, we would always let's pretend.
Right.
So let's pretend we have unlimited funding to do any one big initiative that we would like to do for downtown. And I came to Jordan and said, here's the money, Jordan, for whatever, one big initiative, anything you want to do. And I'm sorry I didn't give you any warning ahead of time that I was going to ask you this. What are you going to do with that money?
I'm going to put it into our youth. Through and through, I'm going to put it into
first
our
an
youth.
arcade, maybe?
Yeah, first an arcade, yeah. So if anybody wants to open an arcade, call me. No, but sincerely, I think that what we're really facing, not even just in Dublin, but everywhere, is the skills gap. I mean, these students are going, whether they're going to college or if they're going to go into a trade, with COVID and them being out of school for so long and then trying to get used to it again, these seniors that are coming through, and then they're just kind of kicked out into the world. I think it's important that we take a step back and see where these kids need some additional training. They need some additional knowledge. So I would love to take that funding and put it into that age group so that, we can show them downtown, show them what options we have, whether it's working in a restaurant, whether it's working at GovStrive, whether it's going to school at GMC. We have all of these options. We have all of these opportunities for you to stay here if you're interested in staying here. And also, if they choose to stay here, we're going to need the funding to keep them here, whether that's through housing, whether that's through expanding the colleges. That's my big thing. I want to make sure that these kids, we're meeting them where they are, so that when they're ready to actually take that step to join the workforce, that they know that they have a whole community backing them up, and to also know that they're not alone in this. We've been just as lost during the pandemic as they have. So I think it's extremely important. If we want our community to continue to thrive and to continue to grow, we've got to invest in our kids.
Absolutely, that and one of our big initiatives too at the Chamber Workforce and Education, and just partnerships with those businesses. And then young folks, we got so many good jobs here that folks, I think sometimes, I'll give you a great example, Summer Youth Works program that we've been doing now. This will be the third one this year. We had a young man from East Dublin work at YKK last year that informed us that he had no idea what they did there, who they were, it's YKK, which to us, we understand, but to a youth, they don't know. And so until he had that opportunity to work there, it was like, wow, for him. Yeah. Okay, curveball out of left field here, but this is a question that I have been asked. There's been conversation. You may have heard this before. What comes to your mind if somebody says, we need a hotel in the downtown area?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree that we need a hotel downtown. We have a couple of spots that we would love to see, 1 or 2 or 5, but the big thing is when we're recruiting these conferences to come downtown or to come to our area, we've got to have somewhere to put these folks. So, it's a huge goal for me. That's definitely 5 to 10 year wish list for me. But, I think that the big thing that I'm working to get together now are the statistics to prove, if we are able to put this downtown, we are able to put a hotel downtown, just look at the 10, 20, 30,000 people that we're going to get to see just from one conference.
Yeah.
To come through. That's one conference.
I could tell you, I work with the Georgia Chamber of Commerce Executives Board, and one of the things they've asked me at times, about doing a conference here, but the struggle is getting from the hotels to the restaurants,
right,
to the
yeah.
different things. And although we have some great hotels out by the interstate, we have some great restaurants out by the interstate, we still need that transportation, because most all of those events are done in the city seat and the downtown area,
Right.
and we don't have that option
Right,
now.
and
So
those conferences are huge on historic
revenue generators and
yeah,
yes.
historic preservation and keeping your money local, and it's something that we've got to get going. So if you have recommendations, I'll be happy to hear them.
Jordan, thank you so much
Of
again for
course,
coming
of
today.
course.
I'd like to close a lot of the shows by just asking our guest anything that you would want to share with the Dublin community, Lawrence County, or any outside of this community that may be watching the show. Anything as the director or over the downtown area, what would you want to say to folks watching the show today? Well,
I will just say that downtown Dublin is a happening place, and if you haven't had the opportunity to come and experience what we're all about, we definitely want to encourage you to do that, because with March coming up, St. Patrick's, all those events, it's going to be a great time in our downtown district. And even if you're not able to come during March, there's plenty of opportunities to come, whether it's the rest of February and April. During the summer, we have plenty of opportunities, plenty of events that are going to be taking place. So please make sure that you make downtown Dublin one of your destinations coming up soon.
Thank you again for
Thank you,
joining
of
us, and thank
course.
you for joining us, helping us make today and every day a great day for business in Dublin and Lawrence County.